This week is a great week for New York. As of yesterday, October 19th, 2020, plastic bags are officially banned. This ban specifically targets single-use carry-out plastic bags, and New Yorkers use up to 23 billion of them every single year. That's 1,182 bags per person per year. Now, there's obviously a huge environmental benefit to this ban. The streets will be a lot cleaner. The recycling industry actually benefits from it because they lose anywhere between $300,000 to $1 million a year from bags getting caught up in recycling machines. And there's going to be a significant reduction in demand for fossil fuels because the plastic bag industries are now losing the 23 billion plastic bag market of New York. But this bag ban isn't that simple, and there's a few exceptions to the ban. Plastic bags can actually still get used to wrap meat and fish, sliced food like bread, newspaper, restaurant takeout orders, dry cleaning, trash bags, and Ziploc bags. So mainly this ban is specifically targeted for grocery stores. So that brings up the question, what is expected of New Yorkers? And there's a few alternatives to single-use plastic bags. The first is paper bags, which in New York, residents are being charged a 5-cent fee per paper bag they use. The second is a reusable tote or cloth bag. But something that's really important to consider is that the environmental impact of a bag is deeply rooted in the production of the bag. So although plastic is a design failure, plastic bags actually have the least amount of impact when it comes to its carbon footprint. What I mean by this is that in order for a paper bag or a reusable tote bag to have a smaller environmental impact than a plastic bag, it has to be used multiple times. A study done by the English Environmental Agency said that for a paper bag, it has to be used at least 3 times in order to have the same carbon footprint as a plastic bag. For a cloth or tote bag, that number actually skyrockets to 131 uses, which most people don't really realize. If you consider that the average person going grocery shopping goes once a week, that's almost a 2-year long offset. But then again, that's the carbon footprint related to that production, and not necessarily the detrimental impacts that a plastic bag can have on our waterways and oceans or our environment. This definitely shouldn't be taken to mean that this single-use plastic bag ban won't change anything. So what I think about the ban is that if you zoom out, plastic bags are a very small portion of the much larger environmental picture. It takes, for example, 40 times more energy to make a hamburger than it does one plastic bag. If anything, I think that this bag ban shows the power that we have as consumers, and that this should by no means be your sole contribution to climate change mitigation. In short, the bag that you choose to use and how often you choose to use it matters, but what you choose to put inside of it matters more.